straight, controllers on the plate. We talk game worlds, old rules, new fights. Crits in the dark and theories all night. So lean in close, we got more to say. We're Logan and Brett here to brighten your day. My dude, my guy. Say it out loud. My dude, my guy. We're nerding it out from D&D dreams to boss fight pride. My dude, my guy. Come take the
Hello everybody and welcome to My Dude,
My Guy.
I'm Brett and I'm with my dude Logan.
I am Logan and I'm with my guy Brett.
Hello. And welcome to our debut episode. So we've decided that we're going to do a podcast purely because we just love talking about anything and everything that we love, basically.
Absolutely.
And 1 minute we're just talking about something very specific. You know, we might have something to talk about our D&D campaign coming up or something like that. And then the next minute...
Tangent onto the Batman on your shelf.
Yes, that are just sitting behind me and my various other collection things that are sitting behind me. And then next to know, it's like, holy shit, I really need to go to bed because I'm at work tomorrow. So it just seemed like the right thing to do, didn't it? It just seemed like, you know, we've got so many things to talk about. Like, why not just do a podcast about it?
Well, exactly, yeah. I was like, even though we might not be the most accurate, we've got our own crap to say, and it's funny that we say it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's the most important thing, is that because we're not claiming to be experts about anything. I mean, we're very passionate about the things we like, but we're not going to turn around and say to people that we're the foremost experts on everything.
What we say is the law.
Yeah. Yeah, so, well, listen to this because we're right. You know, he said, no. We're just a dude and a guy who likes listening to, watching different things and talking about different things and fucking whatever.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, and that's why we decided to do it, really. And I well, it was your idea, actually.
It came across as like a joke, I'm pretty sure. Like, we were just like tangenting literally about the Batman on your shelf and was meant to be, I think we was doing a review about one of the previous episodes in D&D.
In our campaign.
And I just instantly got distracted because from the camera quality, you can't obviously I can see you now, but you can't directly see. It's like almost silhouetted the Batman like characters on your shelf. And then obviously I just identified like almost every single one of them.
Yeah.
And then we decided talking about Batman.
It was very well done, actually. You know, I mean, I'm a massive Batman fan, which is one of my major things, and I've got loads of like Batman hot toys just sitting in my glass cabinet, and a few different iterations from him from the various movies. And yeah, you did a very good job, actually. I'm proud of you, my dude. So
it's that tism perk.
It is, and we've all got it to different degrees.
We all dabble.
We do. We all dabble in a bit of tism. So, yeah, and it's... My room's just fucking full of shit, man. I mean...
Absolutely. And I think it's the perfect thing like that anyway, is that's exactly what you guys can expect is it just the iteration of just the distractions and tangents and the objective to talk about one thing and most likely to get distracted into talking about something else.
Yes. Oh, that happens all the time. I mean,
that's one of the reasons for doing this. It's our own attempt to try and stay focused. So you can watch us all fail.
yeah. Just like we come on here with a topic or a subject, and then we can't stick to it. So
absolutely,
maybe with a podcast we can for a fucking change. So
we'll try.
We'll certainly do our best. So yeah, I mean, I guess like the question is like, well, you know. Well, what's going to be different about this podcast to a lot of other podcasts? Well, probably not a lot, to be fair. I mean, we want to try and just have conversations that other people might find interesting. You know, might even spark a bit of a fire in someone when we turn around with some of the opinions we've got on certain things. I
think a lot of our topics will be like you get a lot of podcasts which are very genre specific, and our genre is. I think the one thing that we'll have credit for is how vast it'll be. You get podcasts for comics, you get podcasts for war games, you get podcasts for for cinematic universes or whatnot, that kind of stuff. But because we're stemming such a variety as
Mm.
well, is that we are going D&D, we are talking Warhammer, we're talking Marvel, DC, movies, just the nerd universe is basically what we're trying to stem around. And I think because everyone's got such a vast opinion that it's not just about us, also, we'd like to hear what you guys would like to say too.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like if you agree with me or you agree with Logan or you don't agree with either of us, well, we'd love to hear that. I mean, it's these aren't necessarily just going to be conversations between us. So hopefully, we'd
Exactly.
like to think that there'd be conversations between yourselves and between us and you. So if you hear anything or there's something you'd like us to talk about or whatever, then just tell us. And
Shout
you
it
know,
out.
it'd actually be interesting if someone gave us a topic to talk about that actually don't
Especially
have
if we know
any
nothing
interest
about
in.
it
You
as
know, that's it.
well.
Have
So
any interest in or no knowledge about. We've never actually come across it before, and maybe we get introduced to some really cool new things. That'd be
that'd
really
be
cool as
sick. I'd be
well.
down, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be told that I'm wrong about something and then debate it with people.
Oh,
It's great.
don't try me, boy. That sounds fun already. Can't wait for that. So yeah, it'd be really really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. Just because we've we've got like a lot of shared interests, haven't we? Which was
Yeah.
obviously the obvious reason. I mean, that's why we're friends. But but there's a lot of things that you like that I've never tried before, and it's going to be fun to say hear some of your hear some of your opinions
But
on
just to
different things.
explore, obviously, we know a baseline of like our interests and things like that. But obviously, the more that these conversations go by, we know more about each other's interests as well, and obviously find out a lot more about the things that are on surface levels and things like that as
Mm.
well.
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, that brings us on to the next point. Really, is like how we became friends.
But yeah,
Because we've probably only really been in each other's life, as romantic as that sounds,
yeah,
for like the
cute.
last sort of like year, really. I maybe.
6, 7, 6, 7 months. I
Oh,
was gonna say.
oh no! But yeah,
Say
but
that because January we started, but December we played mini golf.
this is what I was going to come to. You see, because the, God, was it only this Christmas we did the mini golf?
I'm fairly sure it was the end of November or December. But yeah, it was. Oh man, it was Bexy's staggy hen thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah, it was like a joint thing,
uh,
wasn't it?
yes, I'm honestly not sure when that was because I thought it was the Christmas due for a second, but it wasn't.
Nah,
Due.
due. It was a Christmas due.
Christmas due.
I think I feel like it was November. It wasn't quite Christmas. I don't think.
Yeah,
I'm
it might have
pretty
been
sure.
early November then.
Hmm,
Yeah,
because
because I remember being close to each other. But
before the whole
yeah,
deal,
yeah,
yeah. Because so what happened was you had your work Christmas due. Now to explain, my wife works with Logan, so um, you all went out for a friend's sort of like hen stag do kind of thing. It,
it was
it
like a
was
joint thing.
it
Yeah,
was like just a joint thing. It was just like, oh, we're all going to just do it together. And one of your friends from work was getting married, and it was just going to be this thing. Like we was going to get some food and go do some crazy golf afterwards. And then we didn't really sort of see each other for the first part of the night. We were sort of like at one end
it
of
was
the
at the table.
table,
Yeah,
and you was at the others, weren't you? You and
and then
Kira.
yeah, that we partnered with you for the golf course
Yeah,
because it was in groups of four, weren't we? So and it was just it kind of like hit off a little bit. It was quite cool, and
it yeah
didn't really think too much like of it in an essence because obviously it's our first introduction. You kind of just, but oh, it was really nice meeting.
yeah
My friend from work, Charlotte. It was nice meeting her husband and stuff. So
yeah
I was like, okay, so a bit more about Charlotte, and it was real nice and things like that. And then obviously when I started to introduce the factor of doing D&D,
mm,
and it was meant to be like a work thing. And things were going smoothly, rolling smoothly, and unfortunately, two people from work let me down. Everyone except your wife. And then
yeah
I found out that initially, because I had the slight idea of it going to be couples D&D, so everyone was going to bring their partner anyway. But I was like, that's too many people on a table. I can't manage that really.
mm,
Um, and then I was like, but because I think she might have mentioned it to you, I'm not too sure. I was like, oh well, if he'd be, I think she mentioned that you'd be buzzed about that, you'd love that. And I think that's where I got the idea from to tell it. I was like,
Yeah.
are you two both down actually? And I can do it with 3 man. Oh, that's perfect for me.
I was
like,
always interested.
so easy to narrate a table. Well, yeah, exactly. And like, oh god, it's so easy, so much easier to tell a story with less people around the table. I gotta tell you that much. But and then obviously, you guys coming around here having our session 0. And obviously, session 0 is you're already finding out a little bit about people anyway, because I was asking you questions like your favorite games, what do you expect from it, and things like that. And that alone, and obviously when I said, what are the boundaries and things like that, is there any boundaries that you guys don't want me to talk about or put into the story? And everyone was just like, nah, just go for it. And as you've experienced
make
so
it
far,
fucking
it's
gross. I want it disgusting.
absolutely. And I've put some things in it that you've already experienced that are just absolutely like
outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Yeah, I mean, but to be fair though, like, I mean, just going to come back to like the crazy golf thing. To be fair, because like, although like it was an introduction to each other, like I feel personally that we just like hit it off immediately because
man, it was gelled. It worked.
It just worked, didn't it? I mean, like everyone else was sort of like just playing crazy golf, and like there was kind of like they'd formed teams within teams, so they were like going against each other or whatever, weren't they? So I think it was supposed to be like 2v2 within the groups that everyone had been put into, but I just seem to remember like we didn't do that. We were just like cheering each other. Yeah,
we just chilled and we didn't care. It was genuinely like so untoxic as well. It was just hilarious.
We just cheered each other on all the way. We was all like helping each other, and it was awesome. And I genuinely felt like we just got on straight away.
I'm super competitive too, so I'm surprised if I'm going to be honest.
So well, I am, and I'm pretty sure that actually got said that night. Is that like. Brett's super competitive, by the way, and then it was like I think Kira said, "Well, Logan is, so this is going to fucking end horribly." But he just didn't. You know, we just got on literally. Like so well, and like we had such a good laugh, and then that's how when the whole D&D started to like.
I think that was where the chemistry started, where it was kind of like I'd be okay.
Yeah,
like because for me it was kind of like I've met you, we gelled well. I'd be okay to invite you to my house to play games.
Yeah, I mean, because we'd always sort of like talked when
they might have like come into the shop when Charlotte's in, like very rarely, but it was just more like it was just like a civil thing because we didn't really know each other at all, like at all. No. We'd known of each other.
Yeah, when I'd like meet Charlotte from work, or I'd pop in and just see her for 5 minutes, you'd be there. We would have a chat and a bit of a laugh, but it was just a case of you're not a rude person, and neither am I. So we naturally spoke to each other, didn't
naturally civil, and then it was from golf where it kind of sparked everything a little bit. I think that's kind of where we fell in love.
But then it was the D&D, and I remember when all of that was meant to happen with your work friends, and then they decided that they didn't want to do it after all, even though you'd been.
It was being ghosted that I didn't appreciate, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, yeah, that was fucking rude. I mean, that's why I was just like, when Charlotte told me, she was like, I'm getting really annoyed because Logan's putting all this work in for the DVD.
Mad credit and mad respect for Charlotte for doing that, man. Jesus,
she doesn't fucking stand for fucking people being messed around.
I think it's because at work I was doing writing and prep at work, so I was like writing backstories for them, how they would make sense in the world, creating a completely new class, like a Pokemon hunter kind of class, and then I think Charlotte could see how excited I was getting.
Well, yeah, that's what she said.
Literally like a child, and then obviously for it to fall through kind of sucked a little bit, but
she even sent messages to them to say, can you just like try and show a little bit of like interest for this, because he's doing a lot of work for this, and you know, we said we were going to do it, so can you at least just like fucking be respectful, please? And then it just, I think that's why it sort of like become very, very clear that it was never going to happen. And Charlotte told me, and
I tried to accept that, and I just. The irony being, even when I did quite a bit for Charlotte, and then I spoke to you guys, I was like, I gave you the option, do you want to do regular D&D? Or would you guys like to do this world that I've been spending hours and hours and hours of lore building? And you all went, oh, regular D&D sounds great. So, okay.
Son of a bitch!
Which, to be fair, in the long run, oh man, because I didn't have to do any background like research on Greek gods or Norse gods. I just had it all there, and basically everything that happens, I can just make up, and it doesn't contradict a single thing,
Yeah.
and it works beautifully. And we've managed to had a campaign now for 6 months, half a year. So
Yep. Yeah,
I started
exactly.
in January, so
And it's not like we've only had 6 sessions either. We hadn't done one a
oh,
month. We've been
absolutely.
doing
I think
several.
we've we've done 12 sessions now.
Yeah,
So
buddy.
it's
Yeah,
pretty juicy.
yeah. It's coming along beautifully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got 13 and 14 coming up, but absolutely.
hmm
But it does kind of like, yeah, how we met and yeah, how the spark light.
Well, I think that we just instantly clicked, didn't we? You know, and I
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
I think going round and then having that session 0 for D&D and just how the fact that we was just instantly at ease around each other and everything, and it was like,
Yeah,
okay, these
it
are just.
was
I think we both, if I may speak on your behalf as well, I and
shoot.
if you didn't think this or whatever, then fine. But I think it was just a case of we were all thinking the same thing, and that was these people are just as fucking nerdy as we are.
Oh, dude, right. Obviously, when you came into my house, I've got a Captain America shield on the wall. I've
Mm.
got Kratos's Chaos Blades. I've got walls filled with Warhammer and Dragon Ball stuff, and then obviously I was like, well, you can kind of see like it's like on my sleeve so much when you quite literally with my
With
superhero
your
sleeve when you come
tattoos,
into
yeah,
my
yeah,
house,
yeah.
yeah. And then you guys, obviously at the time you had like your hoodie on and things like that. So this is before I saw like your Triforce on your hand and things like that.
Uh
And then you pull out an X-Men classic notebook for D&D,
huh.
and then we start tangenting about X-Men
Yeah,
97, and then I'm just like, oh man, it's just.
yeah,
And
but
then that's kind of when I started to kind of go, oh shit. I was like, here we go. I was like, I've found nerds. I knew you guys were nerdy from like, there it is.
there it
I
is.
was like, I knew you guys were nerdy anyway because like of like gifts that I'd seen Charlotte get you when I saw her get like the Zelda Lego set, and I was like, one of the things, like the first things I even said to her then as well with that is that I was like, if you don't mind, if you can't store it anywhere, I'll happily take it.
Get fucked. Not happening, pal. Not happening.
Oh man,
No
it's
one
so
touches my
pretty.
Zelda stuff. Nobody
Nah,
touches my Zelda
I
stuff.
absolutely love it. But we'll get to Zelda because Zelda does hold a place in my heart, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that
But,
extensively.
yeah, but I think it was safe to say that we was both just within the company of geeks, and I
Yeah,
think that's what was the beautiful hindsight of it all.
and I think it's a bit of a phrase that's been coined a lot. You know, people throw it around a lot, but it was definitely accurate to turn around and say, you know, that you'd found your people, and
Well, yeah.
it did feel very much like that. You know, and I can safely say that other than crazy golf, the first geeky thing we bonded over has definitely been D&D, hasn't it? Really.
Oh, absolutely. And I think obviously even doing this where it's breaking that norm, and obviously the meaning as well of the whole nerd and geek thing just completely just changed, and obviously
Yeah.
making the norm of it and being proud of the very thing that makes you, well, what kind of is stemmed under the category of being a nerd or being a geek.
Mm,
We've kind of like it's wearing it with pride, and I think that's the difference, and I think that's a lot of what this is as well, of us openly talking about it and
yeah.
literally showing the world we are borderline losers.
Yeah. And happy to be so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would not change myself at all.
But you know what though? It wasn't always like that. Not to get too sort of like, you know,
Oh, sentimental with it, but I agree.
yeah, that's it. I mean, I remember at school, you know, facing a large amount of ridicule for my interests, and now it's like kind of bittersweet, really, because it's like fucking hell.
It's full
If
circle.
if I liked the things, and I was a kid, I liked those things that I did when I was a kid, and I was a kid now, it'd be totally acceptable. Yeah, absolutely fine.
Oh
But
yeah, different time, wasn't it as well? So
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, I had an X-Men pencil case and I was a fucking loser. If I had an X-Men pencil case now, I'd be cool as shit, I think.
It's like I won't go too much into it, obviously, yeah. But like back then, like at home, I'd have all like my geeky things and things like that. But as soon as I'd go to like school and stuff, I hid how much I used to love Marvel. I look at old kids' pictures of me, and I've got like there's a picture of me reading a Spider-Man comic.
Mm,
There's like the amount of Ninja Turtle stuff that I had and things like that, and I was just locked onto that. And I started to like shame it away because everyone was just like, "Oh, you must like football. Oh, you must like this."
Yeah,
And
that's in it.
I was like, "What the basic stuff?" And I always got told just not be a sheep, but it was so hard to try and stem yourself.
You can't
And
fight who you
obviously,
are.
like, yeah, exactly. And there was a point where I just kind of I tucked it away a little bit,
Mm,
and then luckily enough, I met Kira's family, and obviously those are massive nerds. And I
yes.
instantly just found the key basically, and I let it all out. And then I think she regrets that, but it's all on the walls and everything. I'm just like, I don't even care. I was
Well,
like, nothing gets held behind doors anymore.
you know, she obviously must either love it or love who for who you are. She's letting you plaster it all over the walls. So that's who cares?
Absolutely.
Who cares?
But yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's I never actually thought like for a second that like I never thought that I might feel uncomfortable like being as nerdy as I am around you guys. Like I never thought that
Oh, yeah.
there's no way I am gonna be
Ashamed
so
or
fucking nerdy that these people are gonna think I'm a weirdo. Like it
oh,
was
God, man.
there was just never that chance. There was never that chance
Yeah.
that was gonna happen, and I think that's why it's so easy and comfortable just to sort of come round when we do. I mean, how many times do we get sidetracked just having conversations when we're trying to have a D&D game?
Oh man, I've got to like bring us back in every now and then, and like because even I tangent, I try so hard to not.
Yeah.
It's
It's easy too
it
though because
happens. It's so easy.
because we draw on comparisons from the things we love for our campaign when we're trying to explain something. Like
Yeah.
you had that character who sort of like teleported in and out, and you said that it looked a little bit like Nightcrawler, and it's like, well, now we're going to talk about
Like
X-Men.
yeah.
You brought X-Men into it, so you know I'm
Literally.
going to talk about it for fuck's sake.
And then we diverted to bloody Legacy of Kane because I was like, imagine the teleportations of Nightcrawler, but visually he looks a bit like Kane.
Yeah, yeah,
And then was
exactly.
like, you know what? Let's call him Khan.
Yeah, but that's a standard D&D session for
Oh,
us, isn't it?
absolutely. It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, a lot
Um.
of the characters are referenced via silly things.
Well, again, because I think we draw on a lot of comparisons for our characters against other things. Like there's a lot of things about my character that kind of feels like he's a mishmash of a lot of different characters and archetypes. So, you can't help but not, can you? Really?
Oh,
Can't help but not.
if it helps build, then it's all perfect. It tells the story, is all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, go on then. Okay, so what do you think one of your earliest obsessions was then? But talking about all these things that we
Man.
draw comparisons from and we draw inspiration from, what do you think one of your first? We won't go into it too much because
Yeah,
but we'll
that's tough.
one of your first obsessions where you was like, oh my
Okay.
god, I can't get enough.
And literally milking the obsession.
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm ping ponging. My brain is like sparking like a fuse between so many different things. I'll try and I'm gonna try and narrow it down without insulting the others.
Yeah.
And that's where it's gonna be painful is to try and not insult the other categories. Okay. Okay. Initially, early days, it had to be Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
That's an easy one to say, if I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Secondary, probably Spider-Man. I know it's a bit on the nose and stuff, but I was when people were younger, it was rather X-Men. I mean, it wasn't this or that. It was you couldn't watch them both side by side, obviously, because there was crossover episodes. But obviously, X-Men '97 and obviously Spider-Man were on at the same time.
Yeah.
But for me, I found myself obsessed with Spider-Man.
I think you always get back in the day. They were two of Marvel's biggest properties.
Biggest things, absolutely. Even when it
Spider-Man
came
and
to
X-Men.
live action, it all came to that, didn't it?
Yeah.
And oh man, yeah. And I just found myself going. I love the crossovers and things like that, and I thought they were perfect. But yeah, I'd probably go Ninja Turtles. I'm trying not to tangent too much because I know that's what I do. Right, so yeah, Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man, and this one's tough because I'm stuck between Star Wars or Dragon Ball because those things were introduced to me very early on.
Mm-hmm.
oh god, I'm sorry, Dragon Ball, but only for this moment, being young, for young obsessions,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Star Wars because I remember crying at Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And just as a little teaser for later on, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cried at Revenge of the Sith. Probably
Yeah.
not for the reason you might think, but yeah, I sobbed like a little child. But I loved
Mm.
all the other ones as well for the prequel. Like a couple characters here and there that wasn't appreciated. Well, no, not liked from me, but overall it was preferred. But yeah, that hooks me into Star Wars massively, and I really
Yeah.
loved it and the game. But yeah, and what was your spark awakening kind of thing, or like your obsessions?
Well, I mean, when I'm talking really young, because we should probably highlight that there's a bit of an age gap between us, because I'm 41 and you are,
I'm turning 30 in just under a month.
yeah. So there's there's a, I won't say a significant gap, but there is a gap there. But that being said, I was introduced to a different era of turtles, and when I was young, obviously
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I loved turtles. But I
It was
was,
Hero Tales, wasn't it?
yes, yeah, or Ninja Turtles to our American friends. We had to change it to Hero because of censoring over here in this country.
That's a bit silly.
Yeah, yeah, it was the whole thing of like, oh yeah, well, ninjas sounds too violent and all this
What?
shit. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. So, but yeah, we had Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and I but I loved it. We loved it. Me and my brother were obsessed with it. We had all of the toys. We was very very lucky that I had grandparents who spoiled us rotten, and they really really did. We There wasn't a single Teenage Mutant Ninja, oh, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtle figure that we didn't have. We had everything.
Yeah.
But it's different because I kind of feel like that's just one of those things I was into as a kid. I couldn't law deep dive into things
Oh,
because I was just a kid. I mean, I would have been. Bearing in mind that cartoon came out in like what
oh man. I
80
couldn't give you that stuff. I just remember,
7
like,
maybe.
yeah,
Um, and I was born 85. So,
yeah,
and then another one was the real Ghostbusters, which I really loved. But again, these weren't real obsessions for me. These were just sort of like things that I absolutely freaking loved.
yeah.
Um,
But what hooked you? What did you see and was just like, this is the shit?
I would say, yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles slash Hero Turtles was released in 1987. So I was fucking two. So,
Fair
um,
enough.
but I think if I had to say where was my first real obsession, where I was like, holy shit, this is gonna change my world. This has changed my world. X
Yeah.
Men, X Men,
Nah,
easy,
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
easy, because you know I've
Look at your back wall.
I'm surrounded by the fucking stuff for a start. But yeah, it just meant a lot back then. X Men. I was just like, fucking Jesus. There's so many amazing characters. Where I hadn't just got one superhero. This isn't just Batman. This isn't just Superman. This isn't just Spider Man. There's a whole team of them, and they're all incredible. And
Oh, yeah, and they've all got their own story too, and
that's it.
it's
And
pretty
and
cool.
and because there's so many characters, you think to yourself, well, they'll all have just okay stories, but they've all
Yeah,
got amazing
absolutely.
stories.
I definitely
Um,
appreciate the X-Men more now than when I did when I was younger.
yeah, they're fucking insane. And I think that was probably my earliest obsession. There are others, but I'm gonna leave it there. I am just gonna say that probably the one that I remember the most, the sort of most obvious one to me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I would probably say because that's snowballed and domino affected a lot of things. That started with the animated series.
Yeah, yeah.
Naturally, that was my sort of like first exposure to it. But
Mhm.
what that started, a lifelong love. But it started comics and everything else. Hands down, X Men has a lot to answer for. 100%.
That was the snowball, the one that started it.
Yeah, because then it opened the door to so many
Cool.
other things. It's like, okay, well, if X-Men's this freaking good, what else is there to try?
Absolutely.
And I think X-Men really was the one where it came along at an age where I was able to be curious enough to want to learn more on my own.
To understand it as well, and I think that's very important as
Yeah,
well.
and
So
that
just watching it for flashy lights.
yeah, I mean, there's Batman's up there, obviously, as another
Oh, animated
major.
Batman though, dude, that's this whole different story in it. Really, I used to
Jesus
love that.
Christ, yeah. I mean, watching that on Blu-ray, the full season of that on Blu-ray is just absolutely beautiful, stunning,
So good.
surround sound and everything. Yeah, incredible. But Batman was obviously way up there. I mean, the animated series came out around the same time as the animated series for X-Men, so
Yeah,
I had two seriously amazing things going on in my life with two very different styles of animation, very different styles of superhero, two very different styles of storytelling.
yeah.
Everything. It was just fucking what a time to be alive, man. It was fucking
Oh
ace.
man, just it wasn't even just those. Obviously, I'm gonna mildly tangent, but it was that era where it was just like superhero aesthetic things galore.
Yeah,
You had the '90s Turtles, early '90s Turtles,
yeah,
which were like a much more darker, grungy. I took a lot of inspiration from Batman.
yeah, definitely.
You had you had Spider Man, and you had X Men. Then you also had Biker Mice from Mars,
Oh my god, yeah,
which, oh man, I absolutely loved. But again, it's obviously considering there's only three of them, they stem a lot of inspiration from Ninja Turtles,
mm,
and I think that's why I liked that. But again, it's just mutated animals, isn't it? So,
yeah, yeah. I've got to admit, I was never a fan of Bike Mice from Mars. I never got it,
oh, man.
um, but it was
I
big.
never understood it back then. It was just fun, and it
Yeah,
was just silly, and it was mice fighting bad guys.
yeah,
But looking back in it, but because of the
on
animation
bikes.
style, it was very much yeah. But it was that same style that
Yeah.
all of those action series was in, and I thought it was really cool.
Hmm?
Again, what a time to appreciate those things back in its element and its prime.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, when we speak about like nostalgia and everything, you can go back and you can watch Batman the Animated Series, you can watch the original X-Men animated series, you can go back and watch Biker Mice from Mars, you can watch Turtles, and they all just take you back to a time, don't they, straight away. I mean, they are just like time capsules. Yeah,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
can watch Batman Mask of the Phantasm and I'm just instantly it takes me back to a moment where I remember right watching Batman Mask of the Phantasm, right? And I'd just been on a school trip. We'd been away for about a week with school and we went to Whitby. Learning about like all the history within Whitby and it was more about like learning to be away from parents for a prolonged period of time while learning and doing activities and things like that. And it was cool. And I remember we got back. Now my brother doesn't show a lot of love. He's not a particularly affectionate person, my brother, right?
Okay.
And I can say that if he ever listens to this podcast, which he won't, right? But if he does, then he'll know what I mean. He'll know what I mean, and he'll know that I'm being honest, and he'll know that I'm telling the truth. But he's not a particularly affectionate person, right? But I still remember getting off that bus when I came back from Whitby, and he genuinely looked happy to see me, and that was fucking like, oh, okay. I think my brother might have missed me, and he was excited to tell me that we had rented from the video shop. Oh, videos, right? We'd rented Batman Mask of the Phantasm, and I fucking couldn't wait to get home and watched it. And I was like, holy shit. Like, obviously, we'd seen Batman the Animated Series and fucking
Yeah,
loved
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
but this movie that they'd done, and I was just like, that was amazing. We fucking,
Oh yeah.
I must have worn that video out before I went back. It was just incredible, and that was a great moment. Um, Again to be a Batman fan, just like fuck it.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember it finished, and I was just like, fucking hell, I love Batman. It's just so cool. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
What would you say? If you had a moment you could just reflect
That
on
locked
really
onto
quick.
me.
Yeah, one that kind of comes not rapidly, but one where you think to yourself, "Oh fucking hell, yeah, I remember that moment," and that's very like connected to a love that you have.
Oh man, wow. You know what? None lock into my head hugely, but you know what? I'm blanking wildly right now.
Let's go.
It's because I've got to say it was probably there was a musical episode on Biker Mice from Mars,
Oh,
and
I
I had
like
the
it when
VHS.
sometimes they do those sorts of things. Those
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And the thing is that they played rock music, and I grew up with rock music and things. And I absolutely loved it, and I'd repeat the songs continuously.
all right,
And like, man, just one moment that I remember. I remember the exact layout of the house. I would have been, oh man, I would have been about 7 years old, 6 years old,
right.
and my like it was New Year's Day because my mum and dad had a New Year's party, and my uncle stayed in my room. And he's only 9 years older than me, so he's pretty young dude. And he didn't appreciate this, but I rewound it because I remember the classic. If you want to rewind it quicker, you press stop, and then you rewind.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because it
Yeah.
rewinds it faster.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Oh my god. Yeah.
Better than doing it by hand or just pressing it. But there was a song like just after the opening credits. It was like it went straight into like a rock song, and I just remember pausing it before the main song and just absolutely ramping it up. And he clearly was allowed to drink, like for this moment in house underage. But I just absolutely ramped it up, and oh man, he hated it. And I'm just there, just like absolutely pissing myself laughing. And I'm just like, and then you just got the Biker Mice from Mars rock song cracking out at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and he's just like, like to get his revenge, he's just like throwing pillows at me and tickling me and stuff. It was just, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But
When I go a classic, a funny childhood story, I'd probably say that that's everything else was mostly just me staring at a screen or like back in the time I was an only boy, do you know what I mean? So I just played by myself, and with these kinds of things, I was very much only I like this kind of thing, and
yeah,
I didn't have that variety. Or like even when I tried force feeding it to my sisters, they just like, no, I don't care.
yeah,
I was like, okay,
that
cool.
that does. I was very fortunate. You see, I mean, I had a brother who generally was interested in the things that I loved. You know, I mean, he never dove deep like I did, but he always generally loved Batman. Always loved X-Men. You know, like only tonight I watched Punisher: One Last Kill, and I'm because I fucking love the Punisher, and
It's so good. I need to watch the new series, man.
Well, it's just like a special presentation. It's only like a 45-minute thing, so it's not a series. Okay. But honestly, fucking fastest, quickest 45 minutes of my life. It was amazing. It was brutal. Just what you want from the Punisher.
Absolutely.
It was so good. Like, and anyway, back to my point. I messaged my brother right in the middle while he's fucking gunning loads of people down. And I was like, "Have you watched it?" He said, "No." I was like, "Well, you need to watch it because it's fucking amazing."
Simple as
just go watch it now, you idiot. And it was ace. It was so good, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to watch it. I'm actually disappointed in myself because I am a big Punisher fan. I've actually got.
Dude, I'm just behind on all that stuff. As much as I love Marvel, I'm just so behind. Like
it's
just
easy.
started watching X-Men '97, like the new series. I think we watched episode 1 yesterday. I was like, this is so good.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I'm late.
Whoa.
I'm trying to catch up before season 2 starts.
You mean you've only just started watching it?
All right. Yes.
Can't believe I started.
All right.
Can't believe I started a podcast with you.
Very disappointed look.
Mm.
I never said I didn't like it. I just, oh man, I do this thing. I have such a list of shit to watch, and I don't watch them because the list is so long.
Well, and also it's hard when you've got because you've got a kid, so it's your time
Yeah.
is limited in the things that you can watch because when you only have
And
so
then
much time, you have to pick and choose the
exactly.
things that you're going to do.
Yeah. And
And
I always find myself gaming.
well, yeah, because it's a good way to unwind and get lost and stuff like that, isn't it? I mean, I,
Absolutely.
I'm 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 not fortunate that I don't have kids, but I don't. I am fortunate that I don't have that struggle of finding time for myself because
Yeah, yeah.
once I've come home from work, I mean, me and Charlotte share a lot of interests, so therefore we sometimes game together, sometimes we watch stuff together, and a lot of the things that we want to watch we're both interested in. So we're very lucky that like okay, like I don't have to fight to find time to do stuff, but you do. So therefore, okay, well I've got this time to myself. What am I going to do with it? So you're going to go do gaming, but it does mean that unfortunately you've picked very poorly because you should have been watching X-Men '97 all this time.
Absolutely. But obviously, even on a side note, man, Spider-Man comes out in like just over a month.
Oh
And
yeah,
I know
yeah,
I know it's only hypothetical, but I want to watch all of Daredevil. I need to watch
yeah.
2 seasons of Daredevil
Mm,
because I haven't seen the first season either. And then I also need to watch Punisher because it all apparently, well, Punisher ties in with Spider-Man, but also Punisher was in bloody Daredevil. So I need to make sure
yeah.
I'm not going to miss anything because I loved the Netflix series when they were all on there.
They were great. They were great. I
Like some of them got a lot of heat. I can slightly understand some beef that people had with it, like Iron Fist and stuff. Me personally, I liked Danny Rand. I didn't like how many times he said his own name, but I liked Danny Rand.
You know what, right? The biggest problem I had with the original Netflix Daredevil series is that the episodes were long because they removed the adverts. So you went from having a 45-minute episode to an hour episode, and it is
Yeah,
incredible how much a 15-minute like extension, how big a difference that can make, because I truly believe it made those episodes feel like they went on for fucking ever. And I was just like, it all just feels like filler. There was a lot of times where like
yeah,
I just felt like that could be cut. This is boring. Get rid of fucking Foggy Nelson. He's doing my tits in. And like it just there was just loads of bits where I was just like, yeah, this is filler. And you can tell why, and it's because they're filling that 1 hour episode thing that they could do with Netflix because they don't have commercials, don't have adverts. Um,
absolutely.
but as soon as you get back into that 45-minute sort of episode realm, it's fucking brilliant. And season three and introducing Bullseye was fucking insane.
Oh,
And
so good, dude.
Born Again season one was great, absolutely fantastic. There were some really brutal fight scenes in that. Love Daredevil, he's my boy as well. I'm waiting for a big fucking like figure about that big of Daredevil from the Spider-Man animated series. I've been
Yeah,
waiting for
yeah,
that to
that's
come.
nice.
Cannot wait. I'm gonna put him with all my X-Men ones. Um, cannot wait for that. So yeah, I love Daredevil. Always have done. He's one of my boys, and yeah, I still need to watch Born Again season two though, and as you quite rightly say, ideally before Spider Man comes out because you know he's
Yeah.
turning up in that. There ain't no way he ain't turning up in that.
I
You
think
know,
even if because we saw him in no,
Homecoming.
not Nowhere Home, Far From Home.
Far From Home, yeah, that's right.
Was
No,
it Far From Home? Yeah, yeah.
no, it was No Way Home.
Oh, I hate myself. Yes, it was.
There's No Way
Yes, it
Home.
was.
Yeah,
It was Nowhere Home.
there's too many homes, but it was No Way Home.
It is. They're all homes, man.
Hmm.
And I'm glad that it's gone back to something else. But now I feel like everything's going to be day, something day,
Yeah,
another
like
day, brand
then
new
it'll
day.
be the next day, then another day, the day after the
Yeah,
day before.
it's going to be the day sequels.
Mm,
But but anyway, obviously he was in that. I feel like it's going to be kind of a similar thing when he's in the prison cells fighting in the trailer. I think we're going to see him free Daredevil. But I personally think it's going to be like the first episode, not the first episode, but the very start of like the original X-Men animated series when Beast gets arrested and they
mm.
all go to break him out. making this huge fuss, killing these robots and stuff, making a massive mess and like millions of damage, pounds of damage. And then he just goes, "I'm gonna stay."
Yeah, you can
I was like,
well,
okay.
no, you got to. This is justice, and justice has got to be sought out. So you should probably leave, and then
And
that'll
exactly,
be it.
Matt Murdock being a lawyer, and I feel like even though he's wrongly accused, I feel like he's gonna help fight, and then he's gonna sit back in his cell,
Yeah,
waiting for the real one to be waiting for Bullseye to really get found. And I personally think that's what's gonna happen.
waiting for his trial. Yeah,
Yeah, and he'll help fight and do justice, removing the hand because he won't have Punisher. I definitely don't think Spider-Man's gonna get overwhelmed. I think he's gonna be fine, but I think it's just gonna be someone's gonna be near his cell, and he's just gonna help,
mm.
and then he'll sit back down.
Just quickly, what's your thoughts on Punisher's ethos about how he works? Are you cool with him killing people?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I went through one of my awakenings as an adult into Marvel was I played. I started to look at a lot of images about Wolverine and things like that. Then I started to see this weird character. Before some large announcements were made, you'll understand why I keep saying this. I kept seeing this guy in red and black. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? He looks weird. And then I kept looking a bit more, so I started clicking on him. I was like, this guy is unhinged. He's not right. He's a little bit insane. And then I became absolutely head over heels in love with Mr. Sir Wade Wilson. And man, I was obsessed. I found out so much information, and I deep dive into loads of different comics, and obviously not one piece of lore is ever accurate.
Mm.
This is what we said before, and everything's always different. And how unhinged and like his boundary line, and how he calls himself an anti-hero, but yet he's still worked with the Avengers. He's still been a part of the X-Men. So these people have to be okay with the things that he's done to allow them on his team as well. Especially when you got someone like Captain America.
Well,
but then again, if you think about Captain America back in World War, he was killing people left, right, and center.
But in Civil War, I'm pretty sure Captain America does kick the Punisher off his team in Civil War, in the comics, because he kills. I think, if I remember.
So right. I gotta say, from a Captain America point of view, I think it's absolutely wild how critiquey can be about, because he's definitely not Batman. In like, I don't kill. It's not a rule. It's my one rule kind of thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then like you see scenes where like a lot of people go to the beginning of Civil War where he like kicks the RV and it absolutely slams a body, and then he like drop kicks someone in the chest, and he's a super soldier. Okay, I was like, he can pull a helicopter. You know for a fact they're dead.
Yeah, that's it.
Simple as.
Kicking,
I think
drop kicking someone that hard. They're probably dead.
In the chest, their chest is fully caved in. Absolutely. And he knows that. He knows. He's not stupid. He knows his own strength at this point, too. But also, I think Captain America in his head is probably like, not everybody, unfortunately, needs that boundary. Because, again, this is a guy who lived in the World War IIs and fought in World War II. So he was literally I'm going to go more MCU here as well, but you also see it in some comics where he's actually shooting bad guys. Mm. And he's killing enemies. Again, I know there was a war then, so it's more named for. But like in one of the scenes in First Avenger, he's literally walking in a scene shooting a gun.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this guy is openly killing
who's he
people
shooting?
Right now.
You know, I mean,
he's not going to be shooting nothing.
Gun shoot bullets. You know.
Yeah, gun kill. So,
yeah,
throwing a shield made of vibranium is going to break someone's chest as super soldier strength.
Well, the way he's throwing it, you know.
Absolutely, man.
It's not going to tickle, is it?
Exactly. So I feel like sometimes Captain America doesn't always know where he stands either. But I love Captain America. He's one of my favorites. He really is. He's one of my top 5. Oh, absolutely.
He's a dude. But where do you stand
I know.
about Punisher?
I think I've got to agree because some people can do some seriously wrong things. Punisher has killed a little bit, slightly unnecessarily sometimes, but then again, like I love Deadpool, but he's also killed very extremely. No, I don't understand why. Like Deadpool's killed kids for money.
Grim.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously I don't agree with that, but
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
grim.
like if there is a wrong, that someone's done that is an understandable wrong, then I'm not against why he's punishing them,
Yeah,
as his name is.
I think this is it.
He's bringing the full stop justice, the exclamation mark justice, where the one that's too afraid because knowing full well they're going to get locked up, they're going to come back out, they're going to do it again. Punisher's just like, I'm going to stop that. I'm just going to.
I'm gonna stop the cycle. I'm just gonna stop it here. They've got no problems with killing people, so I might as well just kill them and then just get this over and done with, so it doesn't happen again. Yeah,
So that's where I stand on it. I agree.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. I think we all like to think that we'd have this sort of moral high ground that all these other superheroes seem to have, and that we're.
I agree with like a real life thing. Like, not I'm
Yeah.
only going to mildly tangent on it, but some people in real life have done some awful things that I feel like should just be. But again, I'm only going to leave it at that because again, this isn't one of those kind of podcasts.
No, we're not getting into the conversation of capital punishment. Yeah. But no, I think it's a tough one. It's kind of that thing as like, well, Thanos was right, sort of thing. Thanos was right. It's like you can see both sides, can't you? You know, it's like, okay, I get the point.
Yeah, it goes about it the wrong way, but yes, it was right.
Exactly.
Instead of wiping out half the population, he could just make more planets.
Just make more resources.
He could have literally made more resources, made more planets, spread the population. That's the power that he could have done.
Yeah.
That power was literally in his hand, and he could have done that.
Yeah.
And didn't.
Yep.
Instead, he went, oh my God.
Well, I'll just kill half the people, so everyone will be all right. Yeah.
Absolutely, just straight up genocide, and it was just absolute wild.
Hilarious.
So, literally.
So, when we talk about the podcast, what in terms of what listeners can expect from future episodes, is obviously a lot more of this, just us talking about shit. But
Absolutely,
we're also we're going to do a few things that you guys can look forward to, because me and Logan, we've been friends for a while now, but there's still some things where we're like, huh, really? Like finding out that you've only just started watching X-Men 97. Huh, really? So, what we're going to do is we're going to do Never Have I Ever, and we're going to surprise each other. We're going to take it in turns, where my dude's going to tell me that never has he ever, etc., etc. Then I'm going to do it, and then in another episode, we're not going to do it in the same one because we're probably...
and then mildly tangent on each of their opinions and criticize why haven't you done that
exactly,
or why this and
exactly.
Here for some fun content.
Well, also there's also that chance that you're gonna say never have I ever blah 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 blah, and I'm gonna be like, well, neither have I, and then we can say, well, why haven't we? So there might be something that you haven't done that I haven't, and etc. Vice versa, and we might turn around and go, well, the reason I didn't was because I thought it looked fucking shit. So there's just always that.
Absolutely.
We're also gonna do my dude / guy hear me out. So this is gonna be basically some of our perhaps controversial opinions about certain things, so you can look forward to some heated hot takes / debates on that.
Some obvious takes or hot takes.
And I think we've already touched on a few already, which should
a couple of things. We've obviously with Punisher's stance and stuff like that. That's a mild hear me out, but
yeah.
Did you agree? Did you agree on his stance of his moral compass?
Yeah, well, I think I'm a little bit like you, where it's you see, I do believe, again, without getting
end the cycle at some point, don't you?
Without getting too political or whatever, I do believe in rehabilitation and redemption, but then at the same time, you kind of think to yourself, yeah, but some scumbags.
There's no redemption.
Don't know about this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
I think that's why Batman gets it right, because he hospitalizes them and then scares them so they don't want to do it again.
That's the intention, isn't it? Is that he's
I think
trying to
that's
leave
the goal,
such a
is absolutely break them and be like, oh my god, never again am I doing this.
To be broken so mentally and physically.
I'm in so much pain. That's half of Captain America's enemies as well, when he hasn't killed them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I got hit by a fucking shield and it really fucking hurt. Fuck this, I'm not getting into that again. It's kind of like that thing, isn't it? It's just like, well, I'm not going to bother because it's not worth it. We've also got a section I'm particularly looking forward to, which is going to be Nerd Court. So we're going to do Nerd Court, where we're going to do some really interesting
I'm reading that now. Yeah.
prosecution and defences of certain topics, and we're not going to know what we're defending or what we're prosecuting, but we're going to do it at random, and I think that's
cool.
That's going to make for some interesting, fun arguments. You can look forward to Desert Island Nerd. That's going to be fun.
I'm extremely looking forward to My Guy's Wrong. My Guy's Wrong, I think that's going to be interesting. I'm looking at our examples again. I'm not going to tease anything, but I feel like there could potentially be some controversy with these ones.
Don't upset me, my dude. Don't upset me. Don't do that.
You say that, and I already want to talk. If you said, again, we're not saying titles. If you said 1, 2, 3, 4, knowing the list, which one do you think we're going to have some controversy with? Because me and you can see this. Where do you think we're going to start clashing on that one? If we said one of the... I'm thinking it's going to be 1 or 2.
Interesting. I was going to say 1 or 4.
1 or 4. I don't think it'll be a clash. I feel like we might understand each other's choice.
Okay.
I think our clash... Because the whole thing of My Guy's Wrong is we're just convincing the other person of why.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But Desert Island Nerd will be a good one. Or I Hate.
Yeah.
I Hate's just going to be... Just been as negative as we can about things we don't like, and then that's up to you guys to defend yourselves.
Yeah, if you turn around and you think we're wrong, if you're just like, you hate that, well, you need to be set on fire, then that's cool. Just let us know.
I will only put hate on something that I've tried. Like I will openly say that I hate something if I haven't played it or tried it.
True.
Like, do you know what I mean? I think it's only valid that if you can develop an opinion, then you kind of need to have a reason to why. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed. Can't just say hate if you have no experience of the subject matter. So yeah, I completely agree with you, and I don't think I'll be able to turn around and say I hate anything on this show without saying that I've experienced it. So yeah, absolutely correct. We've just got a few other things that we'll be doing along the way. I won't read off any more that we've got planned, but we've got some pretty cool things coming up that I'm really looking forward to doing. But I think what would be quite fun now is that I'm going to throw out... We're going to just do a quick fire round, I think. Let's just do a real quick...
Okay, cool. How many questions you want to pop out, man?
What did I have written down? 1, 2, 3,
should we do a hot 10? I haven't written anything down, but do you want to do a quick hot 10 questions? Should we give each other a couple of seconds?
Right, tell you what, we've got the 6, haven't we? We've got the 6, and then we'll just come up with a random 4 each at the end. So we'll give each other the same 6. We'll give each other the same 6 we've got written down, and then fire another 4 random.
Just off the bat.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I like that.
So what? You go first, then, my dude. You give me those questions.
Cool. All right, let's fire it. All right. Favorite superhero?
Batman.
Okay. Favorite game?
Batman Arkham City.
Good choice. Favorite villain?
Albert Wesker.
What was that?
Albert Wesker, I think.
Who's that?
My dude.
My guy. I don't know who that is. Albert Wesker.
He's the main villain of Resident Evil.
Now hear me out, dude. I've never played Resident Evil.
Ah! Just give me the next question before I die.
Okay. Favorite lightsaber color.
Oh, red.
Ooh, okay, cool. Well, that's obvious. When you look see this guy's shelf, you'll understand.
Yeah, boy.
Favorite anime transformation.
Well, I think it's probably it's got to be Vegeta going Super Saiyan.
Oh, really? Okay, that's okay. That surprised me. Okay, cool. Favorite fictional universe.
Phew, maybe the world of Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay, I've only seen a few things on that, so I can't get a full grasp. It was quite a while ago when I saw some things on it. But fair enough. Okay, and obviously this one's off the list now, so this is straight off cuff. Favorite fictional universe that you would happily live in.
Happily living. You see, a lot of fictional universes aren't that happy. They've usually got some
The
shit
ones that
going
we
down.
like, we're in a nerd universe, and the whole thing is that you are you. You're not in with the superhero crowd.
So I'm not special in any way. I'm just the regular.
You are Brett living your happy life within this universe. They're all terrifying with the ones that we like.
Fuck it. I would live in one of the incarnations of Hyrule.
Ooh, okay. That's a good one. Okay, that's very cool.
It's only because I ain't got to. It's meant to be a quick fire round, and I haven't got time to sift out in between all the various versions of Zelda. But I would have to say a version of
one
Hyrule.
of them.
Yeah.
Cool. Within the 3 storylines.
Yeah.
I'm up to date with Zelda. Don't you worry.
Good man.
Okay. Favorite Sith.
Oh, don't do me like this. Probably Palpatine. No,
Palpatine.
I've said it. I'd have to. Yeah, I think deep down, if I really do some deep down soul searching, I'd have to say Palpatine.
Okay, cool. You've already said your favorite superhero is Batman. And that's valid. Okay, I'm trying to like quick. Your favorite Greek god.
Ooh.
What with ones within your knowledge?
Was it Hephaestus who has the crows pecking out his fucking thingy every day and then it regrows? The one who gave fire to man.
Hephaestus.
Was that?
Oh god, Hephaestus is the one that is the forge, the blacksmith, I think. Oh my god,
who was the Greek guy?
I love Greek mythology, and I can't believe I'm insulting myself. Hephaestus.
To man. Oh, Prometheus. Sorry.
No. Oh my god, I got that so right, and I'm so happy with myself.
Prometheus. Yeah, he was the one who fired the Olympian gods, and he gave humanity fire.
Cool.
Yeah, so probably Prometheus.
I literally just searched Hephaestus, Greek god of fire, metalwork, forges, and stonemasonry.
Nice. Well, it wasn't Hephaestus I was thinking of. It was Prometheus. Okay. So cool. Although you was right, I was wrong. But but Prometheus is my favorite god. Yeah.
Cool. And this is very mid-fire questions. It's more like slow fire.
Yeah. It's kind of descended.
And that's fine. That's fine. We'll be more prepared for quick fire next time, and we'll be more off the bat.
Yeah,
because we have too many opinions, and we're wanting to judge on every question.
And I think question: when we're going to do the next quick fire, what we'll do is you create a list, and I'll create a list.
Exactly. We'll be more prepped, and we'll come prepared to the session. We'll just like boom, here we go. Yes. But I do have one more.
I'll go on.
A bit more D&D related. What is your favorite dice to roll?
My dude, it's got to be the 20.
It has to be the 20, doesn't it?
It has to be the 20. It just rolls. Right.
It's because it's so scary. Because you feel like anything more, like 11 upwards, you kind of have a feeling that you might be okay.
Yeah.
It's like a really scary 50-50, but you know for a fact, anything that's 1 to 10, you're kind of like, oh, I probably failed this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
Especially if you get a 1, obviously, but there's no better feeling than a nat 20. Oh my god, that feeling is grand. It is juicy. In combat, when you get that nat 20, you're like, I've just fucked you.
That's
Simple
it.
as. Bend over, I've got you.
Especially because I know that 20s for me are a critical. So I'm just like, oh, yes, please. Thank you very much. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And the amount of criticals you guys have got in D&D, it fucks me big time, so...
Yeah, boy. You're going to have to make your enemies harder. So,
okay, right. I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm going to go for the first 6 and then I'll come up with another 4.
Cool, okay.
Okay, so, ready? Favorite
Sorry,
super...
so just to specify, hero is just hero. It can't be antis.
Well, you know, no. I mean, let's face it. If you go into a comic shop...
I'm looking too deep into it, I think.
Yeah, if you go into a comic shop and it's like...
The comic book that I want to look at.
It's not going to be... It's not going to be in a fucking separate section because you've got, well, heroes, kind of heroes, anti-heroes. It's all going to be in the fucking same thing, in it. So, let's just break. Yeah. So...
Cool. All right, I'm ready.
Favorite superhero?
Venom.
Oh. Favorite game?
Nostalgia purposes only. Ocarina of Time.
Oh, good choice. Favorite villain?
Oh, fuck me sideways. I'm gonna go Darth Vader.
Nice. Favorite lightsaber color?
It's got to be blue. My boy Anakin.
Blue. You know, I had this strange feeling you was going to say purple. I don't know why.
I'm not Samuel L. Jackson. I don't have to pay Lucas to be like, give me this color.
Give me. I want a color. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
He started the color universe though, and he literally made Lucas create all of these other colors.
Exactly. I mean, it's hard to argue with that, isn't it? I mean, he created.
And
purple.
now there's lore behind like what is it, like 12 different lightsaber colors you can get now?
That's it. They all have
cyan and stuff.
Yeah, you've got yellow. The purples have a reason. You know, I mean, Revan's got one.
I just love that they've all got a reason, and there's like different forms of red, like how it looks visually, which is all quite cool. But yeah, that's tangent. Awesome. Blah, blah, blah.
It's happening again.
I know we can't stop it.
Favorite anime transformation?
That's mean. That's tough. It's the same person, but I've got to pick one of them. I'm gonna go Beast Gohan.
Oh. Okay.
Beast Gohan looks, he's charging up for ages, man, and he's just blah blah. Dragon Ball's its own thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Favorite fictional universe?
Oh, sideways. I've got to say Marvel. It's way too vast, and the countless universes and different universes. But yeah, again, tangent. I'm just gonna say Marvel.
Okay, cool. Favorite Jedi?
I gotta say Anakin. He's my favorite.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. Okay. Favorite. Oh, I'm looking for inspiration. Okay. Oh. I tell you what. I've got one. Okay.
Go.
Favorite X-Man.
Okay. I've got to go Wolverine. It's one of the reasons why my name is Logan.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That shit got changed, and fucking what stronger dude than Logan, right? What that guy's been through, no one can top that.
He's been through a bit. To be fair.
You know, just 100 years or so.
Yeah. There's a bit of history, isn't there? There's a bit.
Just
of
a smidge.
Okay, this is going to be a controversial one. Now, although you have just said partially on this because of nostalgia and everything, but now you've got a whole library to choose from. Favorite Zelda game?
Oh, okay. So, like I said, Ocarina of Time was a nostalgia-based one, but if I had to pick a favorite one to play, I'm gonna say Wind Waker. It was toony and it was fun. It was everything it needed to be. It wasn't grungy like Zelda usually is. Mm-hmm. If a second place would probably be Breath of the Wild. Or Twilight Princess. It's tough. It's quick fire.
And you've already made your choice. So
I'm sticking with it.
You're sticking with it. Okay, so
I'm sticking with
Wind Waker. Okay. And your favorite D&D class?
My favorite D&D class. Oh man. I've played this quite a lot. Well, now I have played this quite a lot.
I know.
I'm gonna say just because it's my favorite overall character, I'm gonna say the monk.
Interesting. I didn't expect that.
Just because I absolutely fell in love with one of my characters, which was called Jinx,
Okay.
and he was like a 14-year-old Wukong boy, like a half Wukong.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think I remember you telling me about this.
And oh man, just I didn't play it to the meta of what monk is. I
Yeah.
used a quarterstaff. I didn't do all this flurry of blows, punches, and stuff like
Mm,
that. I just some of the monk stuff that you could do, I utilized. I
yeah.
didn't utilize the punches, but it was the picture that I painted with it, and man, oh man, again another tangent for another time. But Jesus, yeah, monk, just because it's silly, it's fun. I like them all, but it's fun.
Well, that's your 10. So
That is my turn. I'll stick with it. I stand by some of it.
the thing is, when it's in quick
You start
fire,
thinking about it too much, and then aftermath, you're like, what? No, I won't change it.
I think this is the thing with quick fire, right? Is that quick fire should really represent what you really truly feel, because you
It's
should
the first thing that you say,
because
isn't
it's
it?
the first thing that you say. So they therefore should be your most truthful answers. But I don't really wholeheartedly agree with that. Sometimes I need a little bit of time to work out a lot of pros and cons. You know, like I
Absolutely.
went for Palpatine as my favorite Sith, but you see, Maul has a lot of incredible story beats that I love. But the thing is, there's a lot about Palpatine as a villain that I love,
Yeah,
and that's because of his scheming and his like manipulation and everything. And I love that in a villain. I love a villain with a brain. So yeah,
absolutely.
it's tough, and I think sometimes like the quick fire sort of sessions that you get, they might be your first things that you think of, but I don't think they're necessarily
Yeah,
always represent what
absolutely.
you truly think.
Absolutely. And I think, obviously, like you, literally what you're saying is the deeper you think about it, you start to, again, you start to dive deeper into the train of thought of good, but this one made me feel like this. And when I was playing, I played that one longer and I did this. And
Yeah,
the connections and stuff like that are all very different and things. So
yeah. It's like favorite video game. Now, although I said Batman Arkham
that was
City,
tough. That was tough
that's
for me.
tough. I mean, Arkham City came to my mind first because I remember absolutely fucking hammering that game. But there are a
Yeah.
lot of other games that mean a lot more to me than that game does. It's just that I remember coming to that game that came to mind straight away because I'm like, I remember that made me feel like fucking Batman playing that.
Yeah, dude. Like I went nostalgia as a safe call because I knew it was a quick one.
Yeah, which is easy to do.
Absolutely. I'm heavily torn on newer gen and things like that because I picked Ocarina of Time because of a feeling of nostalgia. But man, the God of War series, like the older games, oh my days, the storytelling is beautiful. Or
Mm,
Insomniac Spider-Man, again, absolutely beautiful storytelling. They know
great
how to
game.
do it, man.
They do.
And it's just Final Fantasy VII, man. I didn't even think and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just or 10. It's just
Well, I mean, I've even got like really sort of more basic games than that, which I could easily say are some of my favorite games, like Streets of Rage 2. You know, I mean, that game, me and my brother on Mega Drive, we fucking hammered that game,
yeah,
and just because it was so fun to play, and we we loved it. You know, it was so fun. It was just basic. It was easy, but it was really rewarding, and we loved playing it. And
absolutely.
that could
I
easily
didn't think
go into my top 5 video games of all
absolutely,
time.
but man, I'd struggle so much because you've got fucking games like Jack and Daxter, you've got Ratchet and Clank, but when again peak PS2 time era, these games were like the shit,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, I absolutely loved those games. It's like protagonist sidekick kind of games, and oh, man, they were just so cool.
Mm, yeah,
And
exactly.
like, you know what I mean?
Well,
It's tough.
there's a lot of stuff here that we can unbox on our.
Got a foundation, is what it is.
Yeah, we've got a lot of conversations to get through in future episodes, and I think in the meantime, this has been this has been great, and I really hope that there's been a lot here for people to sink their teeth into to sort of like see the kind of conversations we're likely going to have, and the conversations that are coming up. As you know, we listed off some of the sort of
Absolutely.
upcoming features we're going to have.
I hope you found us interesting, guys. Though that's a pretty important thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I
I
hope
hope
so too.
I hope we've given you like a ticket to want to come back to. You know what I mean? Like a show you want to see again.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, like, I hope that there's people out there. that have found us as interesting as what we found each other. Like when we sort of met and we started playing D&D, and we was like, these are people I want to hang out with, and
Absolutely.
I kind of hope that people listening to this have thought, yeah, I like listening to these two talk shit. It sounds awesome. I want to listen to
Which
more.
is all it's only going to be. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the premise. We're not going to take ourselves seriously. We hope you guys don't.
No. No.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's it. So that's what you can expect from us going forward. And we've got some other things that we said we're going to do, like a rank it series where we're just going to
Oh,
pick
man,
we're going to pick up random things, random comics series, characters, whatever, and we're going to rank them. I'm going to pick one and give it to Logan, and then in the next episode, further down the road, he's going to do the same to me, and I have to rank them, and we're going to get into it with that as well. We've got loads of things that we want to do, and hopefully you'll stick around to hear those things. So yeah, it's going to be
absolutely.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So but I think in the meantime, though, I think that's probably a good place for us to leave it, and we'll have a think about what we're going to do for the next episode. Actually, maybe we'll do one of those sort of episodes. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all extremely exciting. And again, stick around and hear us talk absolute ass.
Yeah, another time. So, but if you have got something you'd like to hear our opinion on, if you'd like to hear us talk about something,
we have Facebook page now and Instagram, so just shoot it across.
Yep. Yeah, you'll find us on. Well, if you search "My Dude, My Guy" on Facebook and on Instagram, we're not hard to find. You'll see us. It's very easy. And
We look like badass Dragon Ball characters. That's why.
Yeah, we certainly look a lot more handsome in our anime profile than we do in real life, IRL.
I'm heavily less receding in my picture.
And I'm more chiseled by a
We're
significant
both
amount.
extremely more chiseled. My daughter will not let me forget how much better my beard looks in that picture. Your beard's different. I'm like, is it good or bad? It's like, it's better.
Oh, thanks.
I'm like, oh,
You could
okay.
always count on the unfiltered
The
honesty of a child to make you feel better.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I'm glad
yeah,
I don't
I
have
felt
to.
great.
Yeah, I'm glad with my very fragile fucking feeling sense of self. I'm glad I don't have a kid for that, because I'd probably just get broken down. Like I
got
just
bullied is what happened.
yeah. But she's awesome, so it's cool.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So if there is a subject you'd like to hear us cover, send it over on the social medias. You can also email us to contact mydude.myguy@gmail.com. You can send them in there if you'd prefer that. If you don't have social media, just say, what do you think to this? Or I want you to talk about this. Whatever it is, just send it in and we'll discuss it. And if we don't know anything about it, we'll still discuss it. So yeah,
We'll find a way to tangent it into conversation, as we do so very well.
Yeah, there's always
even
something.
Even if it's a flash reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if we just like, oh yeah, just by the way, blah blah, and then we'll just move on.
Exactly. So I think that's going to be it. I think that's it. I don't think we've got anything else to say. Well, we have, but
Oh yeah,
we have to end we have to end the episode somewhere. So yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. Really appreciate you listening.
Thank you very much.
It's been awesome, hasn't it? It's been real good.
Actually, yes, I've enjoyed this.
I have, and I can't wait for the next one. So I don't know how often we'll get them out. We'll try and get sort of regular episodes out. We haven't.
Sorry, I think I just heard the audience through the TV.
Wow,
that's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know you guys liked it so much, but okay.
Well, I guess we'll have to have a look at doing weekly. We'll try and get it out as often as possible. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of the time it's to do with other commitments.
Yeah, schedule and stuff. And unfortunately, if we need to play D&D, we got to play D&D. So
that's it. Yeah, when we've got free time, we've got D&D to play. So what are we gonna do? So yeah, we'll
the story has to continue, guys. I'm afraid
it's been a while as well since we've played.
It'll be 4 weeks on Friday, which is
Oh my god, no, that's fucking depressing, man. I'm actually starting to forget my character. No, I'm not really. Oh, that's never gonna happen.
A new
That-
campaign, I guess. Fair enough.
So yeah, tune in. We'll try and get these out to you as often as we can. I do have a couple of other podcasts which I do. I've got Typewriter Sessions, which is a Resident Evil based podcast, which I do with one of my other friends, James. Logan, you should probably listen to that since you don't know fuck all about Resident Evil. And
Okay.
I have another one which is called Beyond the Veil, which focuses on paranormal stuff. If you like that kind of thing, go check that out. And yeah, you know, so we both have a lot of stuff that we have going on in our lives, but it does mean that we, you know, marrying up our schedules and things like that isn't always the easiest, but we will do our utmost to.
We'll find a way.
Yes, because that's what we do. We find ways.
Absolutely.
So again, thanks everybody. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next one, and I'll see you later, my dude.
See you soon, my guy.
See you later, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
My dude, my guy.